Nutritious, versatile, and easy to include in everyday meals. Instead of buying them at the market, you can easily grow your own at home. Both safe, fresh, and delicious. With just a handful of mung beans, some water, and a few simple tools, in just a few days, you'll have plump, crunchy, and sweet sprouts ready to use in a variety of tasty dishes. In this video, I'll show you how to grow bean sprouts at home in a simple, clean, and cost-effective way using a fruit mesh bag. Let's get started. First, we need to prepare the mung beans. It's best to choose fresh beans, as they have a higher germination rate. Before soaking, make sure to remove any broken, damaged, shriveled, or split beans. This step is very important to ensure the quality of the sprouts. Keep only the intact beans, and take care to sort them thoroughly, because if just a few beans spoil during sprouting, they can rot and cause the entire batch to fail. Once sorted, place the beans into a bowl. Add water and rinse them well. Wash 2 to 3 times until the water runs clear. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. Next, add warm water, around 40 degrees Celsius, to soak the beans. Cold water also works, but using warm water helps the beans sprout faster and more evenly. Now, soak the beans for 10 hours. For sprouting, prepare a basin and a basket that fits neatly inside it. Also, get a mesh bag, the kind often used for fruit, onions, or garlic. This will hold the soaked beans without letting them slip through. Prepare a cloth, an old shirt, or a dark bag to cover the beans. This keeps out light, preventing photosynthesis, so the sprouts stay white and don't grow green leaves. After soaking for the required time, drain off all the water. You can see that the beans have swollen to nearly twice their original size. The beans have sprouted very evenly. If you find any broken beans after soaking, remove them. Now, pour the soaked beans into a mesh bag. Don't fill it too thick, as this can cause excess moisture and lead to rotting. About 100 grams of beans can be divided into 2 to 3 bags. Each bag should be filled no more than 1/4 full. After soaking, transfer the beans straight into the mesh bag. Don't leave them sitting out too long. Once the beans have sprouted, exposure to light will trigger photosynthesis, causing them to grow green leaves. Also, when the beans have already started sprouting, handle them gently to avoid breaking the shoots. If too many sprouts break, the whole batch is at risk of spoiling. Place the bags of beans into a basket. Make sure both the basin and the basket holding the bags are completely dry. Any leftover water will encourage long root growth and may cause rot, since the beans have already absorbed enough water. If you want thicker sprouts, place a heavy object like a ceramic plate on top of the bags. Next, cover the basin with a black bag. The bag should be dry and completely cover the beans. Keep the basin in a cool, airy spot away from direct sunlight. Avoid places that are too hot or too cold. After about 1 day of incubation, the beans will have sprouted longer shoots and roots. Now it's time to give the sprouts their first drink. Simply pour tap water directly into the basin until the sprouts are submerged. Water them 3 times a day, about 5 to 10 minutes each time. If you're busy, twice a day is still fine. When watering, always keep the sprouts out of direct sunlight. Even indoors, it's best to cover the basin with a tray to block out extra light, which slows down photosynthesis. After soaking long enough, the sprouts will have absorbed plenty of water, so there's no need to keep water in the basin. Lift out the basket and drain off all the water. Tilt the basket to let the water run out completely so the sprouts don't rot. A few drops left are fine, but too much water will harm the sprouts. Once drained, place the basket back into the basin, cover with a black plastic bag, and continue incubating. After about a day and a half, the roots will start pushing through the basket. At this stage, handle them carefully to avoid breaking the roots, as damaged roots can quickly lead to rot. Give them water, drain, and cover again. Continue keeping them in the dark. Here are 3 bags of sprouts after 2.5 days of incubation. They've already grown longer. Now, keep watering them and let them incubate for another 1 to 2 days. As the sprouts grow, they generate heat. So, don't cover them too tightly. If the weather is too hot, use a thinner cloth or fabric to allow air circulation. If they're sealed too tightly, the sprouts can overheat and spoil. Next, pour water into the basin again for their drink. If you want each sprout to grow with only 1 root, don't place a cloth underneath. The moisture from the cloth encourages multiple roots to form. The soaking time is already enough for the sprouts to take in water, so there's no need for extra damp cloth below. The wetter it is underneath, the more roots will grow. And once roots form, avoid moving the sprouts too much to prevent breaking them. In the following days, repeat the watering process 2 to 3 times daily, each for 5 to 10 minutes. After each watering, return them to darkness for continued growth. In about 4 days, you'll have beautiful batches of bean sprouts like this. Remember, when watering the sprouts, don't leave excess water, as it can cause them to rot. Also, don't cover them too tightly, because trapped heat can make the sprouts hot inside and lead to spoilage. When selecting beans, make sure to remove all the bad ones before soaking. And while watering the sprouts, try not to break their roots. Usually, you water them for the first 3 days, but on the 4th day, you stop watering. At this stage, it's time to harvest. Don't harvest them all at once. Keep the entire mesh bag in a plastic bag and store it in the fridge. Just take out what you need each time. While stored in the fridge, the sprouts will continue to grow if the roots are still attached. Many people often cut off the roots, thinking they're tough and useless, but that's actually wasteful. You may not know that the most nutritious parts of bean sprouts aren't the white tender stems. The nutty tip of the sprout, the pale yellow bud, is rich in flavor, and the roots contain the highest fiber content. If you prefer longer sprouts, just grow them for 1 more day, watering until the end of day 4. By the 5th day, they may start producing green leaves. Once harvested, place the sprouts in a bowl of water to wash them clean. This step mainly helps remove the bean skins. Then scoop them out, drain well, and they're ready to cook however you like. Now prepare some sliced chili, minced garlic, and the chopped white part of fresh scallions. Add a little cooking oil to a pan. When the oil is hot, add the aromatics and let the fragrance of the scallions, garlic, and chili infuse the oil. Next, add the cleaned bean sprouts and stir-fry quickly over high heat. You'll hear them sizzle in the pan. In no time, they'll go from firm to tender and glossy. Time to season. Sprinkle in a small spoon of salt and a spoon of seasoning powder. Stir well so every sprout is coated evenly. Turn off the heat, remove from the pan, and enjoy. Once you know how to do this, you can enjoy fresh bean sprouts anytime you like. This method is simple to learn, eco-friendly, energy-saving, and perfect for home use. With homemade bean sprouts, you can eat with peace of mind. And they're also much cheaper than store-bought. They're nutritious, tender, easy to eat, suitable for all ages, and incredibly versatile. You can enjoy them raw, in soups, stir-fried with noodles, meat, and more. Give it a try. You'll always have fresh sprouts ready at home. Together, let's create more green, healthy foods for a better life.